Men over 60. 4. Fruits you should never eat, and 4 fruits you must eat instead. There exists a quiet, seemingly innocuous fruit often found resting in the sanctuary of your kitchen. Yet for countless men over the age of 60, its regular consumption is subtly but surely orchestrating a decline in crucial aspects of male vitality, silently draining your testosterone reserves, stealthily clogging the intricate network of your blood vessels, and insidiously undermining the very foundation of your erectile strength. This revelation often comes as a profound surprise, precisely because this particular fruit has long been celebrated and widely accepted, even lauded, as a bastion of heart health and general wellness. However, within the confines of my clinical practice, spanning a dedicated career of over 3 decades, I, Barbara O'Neill, have borne witness to a remarkable and often dramatic transformation in men's lives, achieved simply by the strategic removal of this one, oft misunderstood, so-called healthy fruit from their daily dietary regimen. My life's work has been devoted to empowering older men to reclaim not just their physical strength and robust energy, but also their deep-seated confidence and profound intimate vitality. And through these years, a potent and undeniable truth has emerged time and again. When men, particularly those navigating the unique physiological shifts that come with being over 60, cease the often random act of guessing what their bodies need and instead adopt an approach of eating with clear purpose and informed intention, their bodies respond with an astonishing speed and efficacy, often exceeding their most hopeful expectations. What often remains unsaid, a critical piece of the puzzle that few are willing to share, is this: not every fruit, despite its natural origin, confers benefits to the aging male body. In fact, some fruits, through various biochemical pathways, can paradoxically accelerate the increase of estrogen levels, trigger detrimental spikes in insulin, and severely deplete your body's vital stores of nitric oxide, that miraculous molecule indispensable for achieving and maintaining firm, robust, and healthy erections. Conversely, there exists a lesser-known pantheon of 4 remarkably humble fruits, unassuming in appearance but formidable in their physiological impact, that possess the inherent capacity to meticulously repair compromised blood flow, gently yet profoundly awaken dormant testosterone production, and naturally reignite both your sustained energy and rekindled intimacy. In the course of this comprehensive exposition, I shall meticulously guide you through an understanding of the 4 specific fruits that, after the age of 60, you should unequivocally avoid touching, alongside the 4 indispensable fruits you should endeavor to integrate into your diet every single day, especially if your earnest desire is to profoundly restore your waning vitality and reclaim your bedroom confidence with unwavering conviction. I urge you to remain with me until the very culmination of this discussion, for the ultimate fruit I intend to unveil has been instrumental in assisting some of my most challenging patients in reversing years, even decades, of what they once considered irreversible erectile decline, often achieving astonishing results in a matter of mere weeks. Before we immerse ourselves in the intricate details, a brief yet important message. If you are a man over 60 who is genuinely committed to the profound restoration of your energy levels, the optimization of your crucial blood flow, and the resurgence of your inner confidence, I wholeheartedly encourage you to activate that subscribe button and switch on the notification bell. By doing so, you'll gain access to a continuous stream of practical, science-backed tips, meticulously crafted and tailored precisely for your unique needs. And if the essence of this particular topic deeply resonates with you, please consider typing 1 in the comments section. Conversely, if it doesn't quite hit the mark, type 0 so that I may better understand how to serve your evolving needs in our future discussions. Now, let us embark upon our journey, commencing with the very first fruit that you should vigilantly avoid: Its identity might very well catch you off guard, as it is a common staple, a fruit many men consume habitually, almost instinctively, without the slightest hint of a second thought. Yet, behind its innocent facade, it is quietly, insidiously disrupting your delicate hormonal balance and systematically weakening your vital circulatory system. We are speaking, of course, about grapes, and it is imperative that we explore precisely why they are far from the harmless, healthy snack they are widely perceived to be. 1. Grapes, a hidden testosterone trap. Grapes have, for generations, been symbolically intertwined with notions of good health, prosperity, and vitality. Their diminutive size, succulent juiciness, and reputation for being replete with antioxidants have cemented their status as a wholesome choice. However, for men navigating the complexities of life beyond 60, grapes, particularly when consumed with regularity and without critical consideration of their origins, may be inflicting substantially more damage than benefit. The underlying issue traces back to their agricultural cultivation. Grapes stand out as one of the most heavily treated fruits in the vast landscape of commercial farming. Unless they carry explicit certification as organic, these seemingly innocuous berries frequently arrive laden with a complex cocktail of pesticides. A significant number of these chemical compounds are scientifically categorized as xenoestrogens. These are not naturally occurring substances, but rather synthetic chemicals that, once introduced into the male physiology, alarmingly mimic the actions and effects of estrogen. This is precisely where the profound problem begins to unfold. When your body is subjected to a persistent influx of these estrogen-mimicking compounds, they engage in an aggressive competition with your body's naturally produced testosterone. Over an extended period, this hormonal skirmish leads to a cascade of undesirable outcomes: a noticeable reduction in libido, the stubborn accumulation of belly fat, the often uncomfortable swelling of the prostate gland, and unequivocally, the unfortunate reality of softer, significantly weaker erections. Furthermore, and perhaps even more disquieting, numerous scientific studies have unequivocally demonstrated that the insidious pesticide residues frequently found on grapes can critically impair endocrine function, leading to a measurable reduction in sperm quality among aging men. I recall vividly the case of Alan, a 67-year-old patient who earnestly believed his daily intake of grapes was a beneficial strategy for managing his blood pressure. Yet, he was consuming 2 generous handfuls every day, invariably of the non-organic variety. When we collaboratively opted to systematically remove grapes from his dietary regimen and instead shifted his focus towards incorporating fruits, known for their low estrogenic impact, a remarkable transformation began. His morning firmness, a vital indicator of restored hormonal balance and vascular health, steadily began its return. Within a mere 3 weeks, Alan reported a palpable surge in his overall energy levels, a profound improvement in his sleep quality, and a deeply felt resurgence of confidence that he genuinely believed had been irretrievably lost for years. It is crucial to clarify, the intention here is not to vilify grapes as inherently evil. Rather, for older men experiencing the natural decline in testosterone that often accompanies aging, even seemingly minor hormonal disruptions, when cumulative and prolonged, can precipitate significant and unwelcome impacts on their overall well-being. This is precisely why my professional counsel strongly advises either minimizing or, ideally, entirely eliminating grapes from your diet unless they are unequivocally certified organic and consumed with considerable moderation. And without exception, I strongly caution against the consumption of grape juice. It is in essence a concentrated bomb of sugar and pesticides, an unmitigated sabotage waiting to compromise your health. Now, if the hidden hormonal hazards lurking within grapes have prompted a moment of reflection, simply prepare yourself for the unsettling truth about what often resides in that seemingly innocent little fruit cup, a common breakfast companion for many seniors. The next fruit-based item, while undeniably sweet to the palate, is shockingly detrimental to your health. 2. Canned fruit cocktails, the senior sweet trap. They arrive neatly packaged in small, convenient cups, presenting a visually appealing array of colors, boasting a soft texture and requiring minimal effort to chew, attributes that understandably make them a popular and accessible choice. For countless men over 60, canned fruit cocktails have regrettably evolved into a habitual go-to for breakfast or a quick snack, often consumed without a second thought, perhaps even alongside their morning medications. The perception is that of a harmless, even overtly healthy dietary inclusion. However, what the vast majority of men fail to grasp is the insidious reality that these ubiquitous fruit cups are, in fact, an ingeniously disguised sugar trap, a silent saboteur systematically eroding the integrity of your blood vessels, wreaking havoc on your delicate hormonal equilibrium, and profoundly diminishing your bedroom performance. The true culprit behind their harmful nature is not merely the fruit itself, but rather the highly detrimental medium in which that fruit is suspended. The overwhelming majority of canned fruits are submerged in either high fructose corn syrup or highly concentrated fruit juices, both of which are alarmingly saturated with simple sugars. When these concentrated sugars are rapidly absorbed into your bloodstream, particularly when consumed on an empty stomach, they trigger a dramatic and rapid spike in your insulin levels. This sudden surge of insulin, in turn, initiates a cascade of inflammatory responses within your arteries and critically causes a precipitous plummet in nitric oxide, that indispensable molecule your body relies upon for the achievement of firm, lasting erections. Furthermore, high fructose corn syrup, a prevalent ingredient, has been unequivocally linked to the development of fatty liver disease, an exacerbation of estrogen production within the male body, and a concurrent significant reduction in circulating testosterone levels. In essence, the very fruit product that is marketed and consumed under the guise of aiding graceful aging may, in reality, be systematically robbing you of your intrinsic strength and vitality from the inside out. Consider the poignant experience of Raymond, a 72-year-old patient who had religiously consumed canned fruit cocktails daily for more than a decade. He presented with pervasive fatigue, persistent brain fog, and had experienced a complete extinguishment of sexual desire. When we collaboratively eliminated these deceptively convenient cups from his diet and judiciously introduced authentic, low-sugar fresh fruits, a profound shift began to occur. His long-lost energy slowly but surely resurfaced, and perhaps even more significantly, his intimate life, once thought to be irretrievable, began a gradual but determined path to recovery. It is imperative to note that even the versions marketed as light syrup or no sugar added are frequently misleading. The fruit itself has often languished in a can for months on end, frequently subjected to bleaching processes, stripped of its crucial fiber content, and chemically preserved, all of which compromise its nutritional integrity and natural benefits. Yet, if the detrimental impact of canned fruit cocktails has already prompted concern, the next fruit on our list is likely to evoke an even greater degree of shock, precisely because it is fresh, universally popular, and widely extolled as a paragon of health. Nevertheless, for aging men, it may be quietly, subtly, yet effectively extinguishing your natural drive and dulling your essential edge. 3. Bananas. Yes, it's a problem for some older men. Bananas hold a unique place in our dietary landscape. They are often among the very first solid foods we learn to eat, revered for their soft texture, unparalleled convenience, and ubiquitous promotion as the epitome of a healthy, energy-boosting snack. However, for a significant cohort of men over the age of 60, particularly those grappling with persistent issues such as diminished energy levels, inexplicable weight gain, or troubling intimacy concerns, the daily consumption of bananas may, contrary to popular belief, be contributing more harm than good. While it is undeniable that bananas are a rich source of potassium and harbor a spectrum of other beneficial nutrients, it is their high sugar content, especially in the preferred, often overripe, sweeter varieties, that can trigger subtle yet profoundly significant shifts in your body's intricate chemistry. Primarily, bananas are densely packed with simple sugars that, upon ingestion, rapidly enter your bloodstream. This swift influx of sugar precipitates a sharp and immediate spike in insulin levels, and a fundamental principle of male physiology dictates that when insulin levels ascend, testosterone levels tend, in turn, to descend. Over a prolonged period, these repeated, sharp sugar surges can gradually lead to the insidious development of insulin resistance, contribute significantly to unwanted weight gain, and foster a sluggish, inefficient metabolism. All of these physiological imbalances directly and unequivocally compromise your body's capacity to maintain strong, resilient, and healthy erections. But the impact of bananas extends beyond mere blood sugar regulation. They also exert a notable influence on the production of serotonin, a neurotransmitter crucial for mood balance. While appropriate levels of serotonin are indeed vital for emotional well-being, an excessive or ill-timed surge can paradoxically induce feelings of emotional flatness, lethargy, or a general sense of being drained. A number of my patients have consistently reported experiencing increased sleepiness, persistent mental fogginess, or a noticeable emotional numbness following a banana-heavy breakfast. For aging men, this peculiar emotional flatness frequently manifests itself prominently in the bedroom. A marked reduction in excitement, a noticeably weaker physiological response, and a pervasive lack of sexual motivation. Even the elevated levels of tryptophan present in bananas, a precursor to serotonin known for its calming properties, can, in this context, backfire when your primary objectives are sustained energy, acute alertness, and physical readiness. In essence, while bananas are undeniably nutritious, they are not universally the man food they are often portrayed to be. Of course, it is important to acknowledge that not every man will react identically to banana consumption. However, if you are a man over 60, routinely consuming bananas on a daily basis and concurrently observing a decline in your general drive, experiencing softer morning erections, or contending with persistent emotional fatigue, it may be a prudent time to critically reevaluate their place in your diet. Furthermore, if you still harbor the conviction that dried fruits, such as raisins or dates, represent an unequivocally safer and healthier dietary choice, I implore you to pause and absorb the profound impact they are genuinely exerting on your testosterone levels before instinctively reaching for another handful. The unvarnished truth about these seemingly innocent snacks may prove to be genuinely surprising. 4. Dried fruits, especially dates and raisins. On the surface, they appear utterly innocuous. Just a modest handful of raisins here, perhaps a couple of dates there. Many men over the age of 60, particularly those diligently attempting to curtail their intake of processed sweets, habitually treat dried fruits as a guilt-free, healthy snack alternative. However, the sobering reality is that dried fruits, in their concentrated form, rank among the most deceptive and potentially detrimental foods you can introduce into your body at this critical juncture of life. If you are currently contending with the pervasive issues of low energy, compromised circulation, or a noticeable erosion of your bedroom confidence, it is highly probable that dried fruits are subtly yet effectively exacerbating these very problems without your conscious awareness. Herein lies the fundamental issue. Dried fruits are extraordinarily concentrated reservoirs of sugar. To put this into stark perspective, a mere single cup of raisins contains a greater quantity of sugar than an entire can of soda. Crucially, unlike their fresh fruit counterparts, the sugars present in dried fruits are highly condensed and, more often than not, stripped of the natural fiber that would typically serve to slow their absorption into the bloodstream. This physiological reality translates to a rapid and dramatic spike in your blood sugar levels, which in turn triggers an abrupt surge in insulin, inevitably causing your testosterone levels to experience a sharp and undesirable dip in response. The predicament is further compounded by the fact that many commercially packaged dried fruits are coated in various vegetable oils, often to prevent them from adhering to one another, and preserved with sulfites primarily to maintain their appealing color. These artificial additives additives, unfortunately, have the potential to interfere with the critical absorption of zinc. And as any physician specializing in men's health will unequivocally attest, zinc is an absolutely indispensable micronutrient, playing a pivotal role in the robust production of testosterone, the maintenance of optimal sperm quality, and the intrinsic strength of erectile function. I've encountered numerous patients who, believing they were making a shrewd and healthy choice, would snack on dates before retiring for the night. What they tragically failed to comprehend was that those very dates were keeping their blood sugar levels unhealthily elevated throughout the entirety of the night, thereby severely disrupting the release of vital growth hormone and effectively impeding their testosterone from undertaking its crucial restorative functions during sleep. While dried fruit may undoubtedly offer a delightful sweetness to the palate, for aging men, its consumption frequently leaves a bitter, enduring trail of profound hormonal imbalance and silent, cumulative physiological damage. Having meticulously unveiled the 4 specific fruits that, when consumed regularly, can systematically sabotage your manhood and diminish your vitality after the age of 60, it is now time to dramatically pivot and reframe our perspective, because, poised to be revealed next, are 4 incredibly powerful, yet often deeply underrated fruits that I personally and wholeheartedly recommend to my patients. These extraordinary fruits possess the innate capacity to profoundly reignite your dormant blood flow, deliver a potent and much-needed boost to your testosterone production, and fundamentally restore your lost vitality with a swiftness that might genuinely astonish you. 1. Pomegranate, the king of circulation. If there exists but one fruit that I would almost universally and unequivocally recommend to my male patients navigating the challenges and opportunities of life beyond 60, it is, without question, the magnificent pomegranate. Beyond its undeniably delicious and wonderfully refreshing taste, the pomegranate stands as one of the most potent and naturally endowed tools at our disposal for the profound restoration of optimal blood flow and the steadfast protection of vital testosterone. You see, the pomegranate is exceptionally rich in a unique class of compounds known as punicolagens, powerful plant antioxidants that are remarkably effective at mitigating oxidative stress and significantly enhancing the overall health and resilience of your delicate blood vessels. This particular attribute carries immense significance because the fundamental mechanics of your erections depend almost entirely upon one crucial physiological factor: robust and unimpeded circulation. And the scientific evidence is compelling. Pomegranate has been demonstrably shown to increase the body's natural production of nitric oxide, which, in turn, facilitates the essential relaxation of blood vessels, thereby allowing for stronger, more reliable, and consistently improved performance. In a notable clinical study, men who incorporated pure pomegranate juice into their daily regimen experienced measurable improvements in their erectile function, and observed a noticeable, statistically significant rise in their salivary testosterone levels after a mere few weeks. These are not merely superficial or transient changes. We are discussing genuine, profound hormonal and vascular support delivered naturally from a simple yet extraordinary fruit. I've witnessed countless men enter my office, visibly exhausted, profoundly frustrated, and utterly convinced that their best years, particularly in terms of intimate vitality, were irretrievably behind them through a comprehensive approach that involved meticulously refining their diet and specifically incorporating real pomegranate, whether in the form of a small glass of pure juice or a half cup of fresh seeds. Many of these men reported, in as little as 30 days, a tangible surge in their energy, the welcome return of firmer morning erections, and a deeply ingrained sense of restored confidence they genuinely believed had vanished forever. It is critically important to make an informed choice here. Always opt for 100% pure pomegranate juice, unequivocally free from any added sugars. or even more beneficially, consume the fresh seeds directly, integrating them into a vibrant morning smoothie, or simply savoring them on their own as a nourishing snack. Regardless of your chosen method of consumption, your body will undoubtedly respond with gratitude and renewed vigor. Now, while the pomegranate masterfully works to optimize and open up your circulatory pathways, the subsequent fruit functions as an invaluable shield, diligently protecting your testosterone from the silent, insidious damage that can accumulate over time, all while calming the very stress hormone that often conspires to steal away your intrinsic drive. You have most likely encountered this fruit countless times on grocery store shelves, yet its profound capabilities and powerful potential have probably remained largely unrecognized. 2. Kiwi, the testosterone citrus. The humble kiwi might not boast the flashy, attention-grabbing allure of some other fruits in the produce aisle. However, for men navigating the complexities of life beyond 60, this small, vibrant green fruit represents one of the most profoundly overlooked treasures for the comprehensive support of hormonal health and overall performance. This unassuming orb is densely packed with an astonishing abundance of vitamin C, in many instances surpassing the vitamin C content found in an orange, a fact that holds significantly greater importance than most men currently realize. Vitamin C plays an absolutely pivotal role in the intricate biochemical pathways of testosterone production, serving as a critical protective agent for the Leydig cells within the testes, shielding them from the detrimental effects of oxidative stress. When these crucial cells maintain their strength and integrity, so too does your body's vital testosterone output. But the benefits of kiwi extend even further. It contains actinidin, a powerful natural enzyme that robustly supports both digestion and the efficient absorption of nutrients. Why is this particular attribute so significant? Because as we age, our digestive fire or efficiency naturally tends to wane. Consequently, even if we conscientiously consume a healthy and balanced diet, our bodies do not always effectively absorb the essential nutrients they desperately require. Kiwi serves as a crucial bridge, helping to close that nutritional gap, thereby ensuring that vital minerals such as zinc and magnesium, both unequivocally critical for optimal male performance, are actually assimilated into the bloodstream where they can exert their beneficial effects. What's more, kiwi has been consistently demonstrated to reduce levels of cortisol, the notorious stress hormone that engages in a direct and detrimental competition with testosterone. Several studies, including a notable one conducted in Japan, revealed that men who regularly consumed 2 kiwis daily for a period of several weeks experienced a profound improvement in sleep quality, a beneficial reduction in blood pressure, and a significantly enhanced sense of emotional well-being. All of these physiological and psychological benefits are absolutely essential for the comprehensive restoration of intimacy and revitalized masculine vitality. I often advise my patients to consume the entire fruit, skin, and all. The fuzzy skin of the kiwi is not only edible, but is also remarkably loaded with dietary fiber and delivers an additional potent punch of concentrated nutrition. A simple, thorough rinse or the judicious choice of organic kiwis is all that is required. If, however, the idea of consuming the skin is not immediately appealing, that is perfectly acceptable. The fruit's succulent interior alone provides a substantial enough nutritional profile to initiate tangible, positive changes in how your body feels and functions. And if the kiwi effectively helps to soothe the debilitating stress that often acts as a formidable block to your robust manhood, the next fruit on our transformative list performs an entirely different yet equally vital function. It energizes and actively stimulates the precise molecular pathway responsible for the achievement of a strong, enduring erection. A remarkable truth that most men simply do not realize is that this particular fruit functions akin to nature's very own version of a potent blue pill. 3. Watermelon, nature's Viagra. Watermelon, far from being merely a refreshing indulgence enjoyed during the sun-drenched days of summer, is, in fact, one of the most powerful and naturally occurring tools that older men can strategically deploy to bolster healthy blood flow and significantly enhance erectile health. The intrinsic quality that renders watermelon so extraordinarily special is attributable to a unique natural compound known as L-citrulline. Once ingested and assimilated into your body, this remarkable L-citrulline undergoes a crucial biochemical conversion, transforming into L-arginine, which then plays a pivotal role in facilitating the increased production of nitric oxide. And nitric oxide is unequivocally an absolutely essential molecule for the physiological process of achieving and sustaining erections. It acts as the critical messenger molecule that instructs your blood vessels to relax, to expand in diameter, and to permit the rich, oxygenated blood to flow unhindered to precisely where it is most needed, particularly during moments of intimate arousal. Crucially, unlike synthetic pharmaceutical pills that artificially force this physiological process, often accompanied by a litany of potential risks to your cardiac health and blood pressure, watermelon achieves its profound effects by harmonizing gently and safely with your body's inherent mechanisms. Many of my patients spanning the late 60s and 70s who conscientiously began incorporating watermelon into their daily diet, especially when consumed on an empty stomach, reported a significant and welcome improvement in the firmness of their morning erections, enhanced stamina during intimate encounters, and even a noticeable surge in their overall energy levels throughout the day. Watermelon is inherently hydrating, remarkably easy to digest, and naturally low in both fat and sodium, making it an ideal choice. To extract the maximum therapeutic benefit, prioritize the consumption of fresh watermelon slices over commercially prepared store-bought juices, which invariably contain undesirable added sugars. If you prefer a liquid form, blend fresh watermelon yourself, and crucially, include the white rind, the pale green or white portion situated just beneath the skin, as this particular part of the fruit actually boasts the highest concentration of beneficial L-citrulline. Some men have even discovered that combining watermelon with a small amount of fresh ginger or lemon juice amplifies its performance-enhancing effects. And it is vital to remember, the overarching objective is not merely to achieve a singular, strong moment, but rather to systematically cultivate lasting vascular health and enduring hormonal support over a sustained period. Watermelon contributes positively to both of these crucial dimensions of male health. Now, while watermelon effectively boosts the critical flow of vitality through your body, the subsequent fruit on our list diligently protects what is already intrinsically valuable within you: your precious testosterone, your cognitive function, and even the sharpness of your memory. It is a diminutive, dark-hued fruit, yet its power is immense, and the majority of men never quite grasp that it is, in fact, the missing vital piece to reclaiming both profound mental clarity and an undeniable sense of physical aliveness. 4. Blueberries, the hormone shield. Blueberries may be modest in size, but for men navigating the journey of life beyond 60, these deep blue fruits harbor an extraordinary and potent secret. They are remarkably packed with anthocyanins, a specific class of powerful plant compounds that perform a multitude of protective functions. They safeguard the integrity of your delicate blood vessels, dramatically reduce systemic inflammation throughout the body, and actively defend your vital testosterone from the insidious, silent damage that occurs at a cellular level. What truly elevates blueberries to an especially valuable status is their remarkable dual capacity to support both cognitive function and physical well-being, thereby empowering older men to maintain mental sharpness, emotional balance, and physical responsiveness with greater ease. As we progress through the aging process, oxidative stress emerges as one of the most formidable adversaries to optimal male health. This relentless cellular assault damages the very cells responsible for the crucial production of testosterone, weakens the delicate lining of blood vessels, an impediment to healthy circulation, and dulls nerve sensitivity, impacting both sensation and response. Blueberries in this context function akin to nature's meticulously efficient cleanup crew. They actively neutralize these detrimental free radicals, thereby restoring a healthier, more conducive cellular environment for your hormones to thrive unimpeded. This translates directly into a tangible cascade of benefits: stronger, more reliable erections, swifter physiological recovery, and a clearer, more acute mental focus. Numerous scientific studies have unequivocally demonstrated that regular consumption of blueberries can significantly improve insulin sensitivity, a cornerstone of metabolic health, reduce the vexing phenomenon of brain fog, and even measurably enhance memory recall. All of these cognitive and metabolic improvements are inextricably linked to how confident and capable a man genuinely feels within his own body. I frequently advise my patients to inaugurate their mornings with a simple yet profoundly impactful half cup of fresh blueberries. Whether they are elegantly tossed into a bowl of Greek yogurt, seamlessly blended into a nourishing smoothie, or simply savored on their own, the transformative results consistently speak for themselves. Over a sustained period, many men report not only improved focus and a stronger, renewed sense of drive, but also a palpable resurgence of connection and intimacy within their relationships. Blueberries are also intrinsically low in sugar and commendably high in fiber, rendering them an exemplary fruit choice for the crucial maintenance of hormonal stability throughout the entire day. They play an active role in regulating blood sugar levels, which in turn safeguards testosterone production and mitigates the unwelcome mood crashes that can profoundly interfere with a man's capacity for intimacy. Now that you have profoundly discovered the 4 healing fruits that genuinely and comprehensively support a man's body after the age of 60, it is imperative to bring all of these crucial insights together, because the most significant and transformative difference is not merely what you choose to avoid or what you consciously decide to eat. Rather, it is how you integrate and consistently apply all of these principles into your daily practice that yields the most impactful results. Allow me to illustrate how this holistic synthesis can be achieved. Conclusion: bring it all together. So let us consolidate all of these vital principles and actionable insights into a cohesive understanding. If you are a man navigating the vibrant, yet sometimes challenging, terrain beyond 60, the deliberate choices you make regarding the fruits you consume each day carry a greater weight and significance than perhaps ever before in your life. Fruits such as grapes, commercially canned fruit cocktails, bananas, especially if consumed regularly and without critical awareness, and dried fruits may, on the surface, appear entirely harmless. Yet, their cumulative effect is to quietly yet effectively drain your precious testosterone reserves and systematically impede the robust flow of your life-giving blood. In stark and illuminating contrast, the consistent and intentional incorporation of pomegranate, kiwi, watermelon, and blueberries possesses the remarkable capacity to awaken your circulatory system, profoundly restore your dwindling energy, and steadfastly protect and revitalize your inherent manhood. The pursuit of absolute perfection in your dietary choices is not the objective. Rather, it is the unwavering commitment to consistency that truly matters. Your body, a marvel of biological engineering, still retains the inherent cellular memory of how to be strong, how to feel confident, and how to embrace life with a vibrant sense of aliveness. Provide it with the appropriate informed support, and it will, without fail, rise to meet your aspirations with renewed vigor. One thoughtful bite, one conscious day, one resolute decision at a time, you can truly transform your health.